Everyone, and thanks for being here. My name is Giulia Lapucci, and today in my presentation I want to share with you my experience and talking about how I could expand my research horizons thanks to the international partnerships. But before I begin, I'd like to introduce myself a bit, since for many of you maybe I'm a familiar face, and for most of you I'm not. I am a visiting PhD student here at Staff's Uni, and I am Italian, as you may tell from my accent. I have a multidisciplinary background. Indeed, I have done a BS in Cultural Heritage Applied Sciences, and then I moved to a Master of Arts in Management of Cultural Heritage with a thesis in marketing at the University of Macerata. That is now my currently place of work, because I am doing a PhD there. And my research project aims to explore models for assessing the impact of cultural and creative industries and institutions on the well-being and the health of individuals and communities. And my main purpose is to develop a shared model for organization, mainly, to measuring their impact. And there is also a geographical focus that is called rural inner areas, in particular of my region, that is the pink one that you can see in the small map, that is also the same region of my university. So you might be wondered how I ended up here, especially in an away day of the Cultural Compact Stock creates. This is an away day of February, and well, long story short, last year I got to know this university and this part of UK thanks to a partnership linked to an Erasmus Plus program, the DICO project, that is digital career stories for students in arts and culture. This program was the joint effort of 5 European universities, and Finland with Turku University of Applied Science was the applicant and the coordinator. And among this university, there is also my university, the University of Macerata, and of course, Staff's Uni. So at first I took part to the project only as a participant, joining some workshop that they delivered, but later in 2023 I joined also the organization, helping with the final multiplayer event that we hosted in Macerata, and I take care of the logistic and the communication. Meanwhile, my supervisor, Mara Cerpetti, and I agreed that probably Stoke-on-Trent and Staffordshire Uni could be a great destination for my mobility abroad. And we proposed to Professor Carola Boehm, that was our partner in DICO for Staff's Uni. And we asked her if she would like to host me for a visiting of six months here. And Carola immediately accepted the proposal, and she worked to ensure that I had the best possible experience here. And in doing so, she presented me with the opportunity to join a placemaking, a program called Create Place program, that is a program about placemaking and co-creation leadership. That for me was really a valuable opportunity, and that in which I could participate only because it was a blended program. So at that time I was in Italy. But it was the chance to acquire a preliminary knowledge of this context that is now my field of research, and also to learn about the local cultural and creative actors, and to build a network of academics and cultural and creative professionals. Now, during my stay here, I decided to investigate the contribution of participatory processes to the sustainability of cultural and creative ecosystems. in areas of low involvement in arts and culture. I use this kind of expression because it's the one defined by the Creative People and Places program. That is the program that I'm studying here, and in particular I am focusing on Appetite, a 10-year project that took place in Stoke-on-Trent that is now delivered also in Newcastle-under-Lyme. And the main goal of my research is to explore the effects of the community-led participatory approach that was used both as a design and as an evaluation tool during especially the first 3 years of the program, in which Staffs Uni was the evaluator for the project. And the results of this research will be presented later this year in a conference in Italy, the Italian Conference of Regional Sciences, and they will be presented in a joint contribution written by me, my supervisor in Italy, Mara Cerquetti, and Professor Bohem here at Staffs Uni. And of course, I want to conclude with some reflection about which are the benefits of hosting a PhD student or going abroad as a PhD student or visitors professor. It's certainly a way to give consistency to already existing partnership with international colleagues, but also it's a nice way, an easy way to build new connections with other universities. And it helps, of course, to increase the dissemination of research products. Indeed, we will be able to reach a broader area, geographically speaking, but also a wider audience. And it fosters cooperative research, as you may have noticed. It can help to shape a cooperative research and to put efforts in an article, in a result from this. And I think that this is crucial, especially for young researchers in training, but not only for them. And lastly, in this particularly complicated new scenario determined by the Brexit, I think that is an easier way to maintain international contacts, due to the fact that international PhD students coming usually benefits from their own funding, and the host university just have to provide facility and access. But of course, all of these benefits can be reached only if we put people at the center and we build real, deep-rooted connections that value the unique contribution to these new constellations. And I can say that I have been very fortunate to find a stimulative and cooperative environment here, and my hope is that I have contributed somehow to this richness. And here I leave you some useful info. The first one is the DICO toolkit that was produced by the project and that is available at our magazine, the Il Capitale Culturale, that is an open source magazine from my department. And the second one is the link to the website of our university if you are interested in a first-hand experience as a visitor professor or researcher. And thank you very much for your attention, and I'm here for any questions.
Great, thank you very much. Okay, is there any questions for Giulia? No? Perfect. Okay, lovely. You must have been very succinct. Thank you very much indeed for your presentation there.